取っていきますのマリオです。空中白空上コンボ指導して
これはどのルートなん？空上る空下
Electric Wind God Fist, the move that makes Smash players' blood boil. Kazuya might be the second most complained about character in the entire game. But are we ignoring the real zero to death elephant in the room? Maybe Luigi has been the silent killer all along. Sumabato SP62 is a legendary monthly tournament in Japan, and with heavy hitters in attendance, this one qualified as an A+ tier tournament. Why was this tournament so stacked? Well, could be because the winner gets a flight and entry to this upcoming Port Priority 9. For some, this tournament is a shot of redemption. For others, it's to prove they have what it takes to hang with the real big dogs of Smash. Raaru, largely considered one of the top pros on the planet. However, he is not amongst the Elite Four, coming second fiddle to the likes of Akola, Mia, Hurt, and Doramigi. Raaru is practically an underdog amongst their presence. Many perceive his character choice plays a role why Raaru cannot conquer these four competitors. Luigi, for years, has been laughed off as a mid-tier gimmick. A cheesy zero-to-death machine proven terrible due to extreme inconsistencies at top level. The matchup comes down to this. Avoid the grab, then edge card him, and the green plumber is a piece of cake. However, Raaru has carved out a career proving Luigi is more than just a meme. Through sheer grit, Raaru has become ranked 12 in the world, landing second place at the most stacked Smash Ultimate tournament of all time. Feared by many, except for the Elite Four. But tonight, Raaru is a whale in a small pond. As the #1 seed, though the competition is stiff, this Luigi is expected to clean house. Making it to the winner's top 8 thus far, Raaru has only lost one game. Ultimately dreams to be in contention of top 5 on the planet, if not best in the world. Raaru needs to cinch this tournament to make that dream a reality. Every time Raaru landed a grab, the crowd held their breath, waiting to see if there was another zero to death. In the end, Luigi's King outclasses Rocky. Our next winner semis bout consists of Asimo piloting Ryu against Ken, one of the original greatest Sonic mains in the world. Feels like every single week top 8s are littered by a Sonic main, but unlike characters like Steve, all that Sonic work is being done exclusively by 3 individuals. When he is able to arrive at a major, Sonics is always a shoo-in. Lately, Wrath has taken the mantle of NA Sonics to conquer brackets, case in point with a second place finish at Ichigo-Con. But for Ken, the story's been different. He's failed to crack top 8 for months now. Whether it was the rise of the most dominant players in Smash, or just not being able to keep up with the modern day meta, Ken's been quietly kept out of the conversation as of late. Meanwhile, Asimo has had a stellar season thus far, going head-to-head consistently with Hurt, getting closer and closer to victories against other members of the Elite Four, even if this matchup isn't in Ryu's favor. As a fan favorite, this Ryu has gotten the better of this Sonic in the last few encounters. Previous results dictate momentum is certainly on the side of Asimo. After all, many expect this tournament to come down to a face-off between Raaru and Asimo.
スピンの後は、結構変更するしないによって、もしくはどの方向に変更するかによって関係するしないがあります。
空中前でまたった新品
よしやってフェイクしたし波動拳でタイムをずらす。
バネなんか
あれよなんとすぐに
かけ離し N はジャストができるけど計算の感性の付け方がうまいですね、はい、これ
対空して痛い火力だ
今の下置いてたり
やばすぎる後ろ止めに空中しよった
スピンがここで1個入ってうまいいやよく発射しなかった
Hanging on by a thread leads to a crucial misplay. Ken has just missed the ledge. It's over. Asimo just needs one simple punish, a re-grab into down smash. The kind of thing he's done 1,000 times before. But this time, nothing. The air shifts. Ken notices. Is it the nerves kicking in? In a blink of an eye, Ken seizes his opportunity.
外出して
ここでどうなる？空
メテオ
中射
は
撃って言ってたから
当たらない。
これは頭時間はまだある。
いや撃墜するんちゃうかこれ。どっちか。バネで暴れてる。
からの空中
いやー追いついてる。どうやんの？
残り20秒よ。
The pop-off wasn't just loud, it was deafening. Ken causes the upset and sends Asimo to losers. Missing that punish cost Asimo everything. There's a world where one of the best Smash players, Yada, had a path to winning a major today. I was honestly looking forward to their run this tournament. No bias, but when two of the best all-arounders are finally not a part of bracket, all eyes are on the bounty hunter to charge a path forward. For Samus fans everywhere, this was the moment hope turned into heartbreak. Yada lost to a Little Mac, of all characters. To be fair, the Little Mac was playing very well and had a 3-2 set against Komi of all players. Alas, what could've, would've, should've been. As a sidestep, we had a Bowser main, Riolet, get 9th place at this event. 9th place isn't just impressive, it's validation for every heavy main who's been told their character cannot hang. Blood, sweat, and tears, all for the love of the game, is what defines players in Japan. This end of Losers Top 8 showcases yet another Captain Falcon versus Mario duel, this time Japan edition. It's no secret that last week's intense Kurama versus Andrek was my favorite of the weekend. Now, is it just me? After seeing so much Steve, Sonic, and Game & Watch essentially validate neutral, watching these two characters beat the ever-living hell out of each other is just so good.
これは、いやー、だがこれはまだ耐えて。いやー、ここで
Snow takes the win here and advances. So you know what that means. In my personal headcanon, we need a Snow versus Andrek set. Come on, Supernova 2026, make it happen. Back to the matters at hand. Snow played with that fearless Mario energy, and his run had all the makings of a crowd favorite, until he ran headfirst into Ashimo's momentum. That loss to Ken seemingly doesn't faze Asimo at all. A true road warrior doesn't dwell on his past mistakes, but instead forges a path forward. If he hopes to claim his ticket to port priority, then Asimo has a long road ahead, with many sharks left to skewer. He knows that whomever wins this tournament will help propel their ranking status closer to top 10. Without the Elite Four present, it's open season. All eyes are currently on Asimo.
取っていきますのマリオです。空中白空上コンボ指導して
これはどのルートなん？クーエルクーシャー撃墜。
おい
下で
まだ大丈夫。
まだ
次やばい。
吹き年。おこれは壊し。怖すぎ。どうなるんだ。130%。
しかし
99%。
スノーマリオも
冷静すぎ。
抗ってターンを作った。
復帰がうますぎて
危ない。
崖外に出るの復帰上がりはうませなかった。
A clean 3-0 sweep, and the Mario hopeful Snow is eliminated. That's how you regain your momentum. Asimo awaits in losers semis. To cap off losers, we have Masa versus Yoshidora. Masa is one of the few Falcons who seem to make top 8 at every big event. However, there's not anyone quite like Yoshidora, a legendary Yoshi and the proud owner of the longest single-day Elite Smash win record, a standing that's been held for years now. Yoshidora took an upset early by Fire, a Pyramithra player, and since then he's lit his own personal fire through his losers bracket path. Not wanting to be left out of the GOAT conversation, Yoshidora topples two top caliber Raw players, splattered Shiryuki, and sent Ryuo home without any bananas in an intense Game 5 set. Yoshi cooks this bird alive in 3-1 fashion, moving on to face Rocky.
横スマッシュまだ飛ばないが回避を使ったのでここは卵を弾かせる上京ビジョンの着地狩り上スマッシュにやっていた空中しろとしから上京怖い。うわービジョンまた勝ってきた。
Now this is a man that thanks Daddy Sakurai every day for his blessings. DLC has been very kind to Rocky to say the least. Not many people can say they dual main both of the most hated characters to grace all of Smash. Kazuya and Steve combo is lethal, but that didn't stop Raaru from cleaning house. And you know what? There's a reason why Yoshidora is a legend in Japan. All that power at his fingertips, and yet here, under the bright lights of Sumabato 62, Rocky was dismantled in a ruthless fashion. 6 straight games. A reminder that as strong as Steve is, Raaru and Yoshidora are but a different breed.
より怖い空中前攻めが止まらない。さあツールも壊れた。空中前からここは受け身取っているラキ選手。鉄ももうなくなった。上スマッシュ空振り、これには最大。さあなんだ家が建っているぞ。空中へたる NB として吉田選手、ここどうする。空中した卵から生まれてきたのは金床。まずはもう一度ダイヤを追って空中にたる追い返すのラキ選手、吉田選手。さあヨッシーの尻尾がアレックスを狙っている。尻尾が捉えた。上京
Yoshidora reaches Asimo, a 3-4 set record in Yoshidora's favor. In fact, Yoshidora took the last set they played. Hot hands and momentum is in the Yoshi main's favor. Yoshi's double jump armor and insane vertical combo game make Yoshidora lethal. Ryu's ability to close out stock seemingly effortlessly makes every moment with Asimo vital. This neutral is bombastic. Both have incredible spacing attributes combined with brutal punish games. Every stock felt like life or death. One misstep, one overextension, and the set could swing wildly the other way. Stage control is of the utmost importance. Overextensions cannot happen for either party. Win cons are too well known by both competitors, as they are defining how this matchup is actually played every time they do battle. The key to winning is survival. A razor-thin margin allows Asimo to take the first game. Followed up by an explosive start, Game 2, Yoshidora looked in full control. Between these two fierce competitors, one thing's for sure. They both have never say die attitudes.
ねえ後ろから向いてた最近
めちゃめちゃ受け身見てくるんだよね、あの人
ね
これ
テックチェイサー
弱で暴れる弱で暴れる
これも外コールがでよくている、
N 回避通してライン回復うまいですね。これはああいう
しかしもう 2,3 回触りたい。
空中へ空中前
ダブルアップ。
今空中当たったらこの
なんか全部の技を本当に全て使いこなしている印象に見える。
やっぱショウジャン様子見が強いキャラに対しては竜の上弱が強く見えますね。それはヨッシーの上強もまた一緒と。
確かに気づけば、74%。
これはメテオの方で撃墜した。
おお危ない。フックスション狙っていった横強を通って空中で3回バターキック。
よっこ飛んだ。
そういう飛び方。
ブラシうまー。ジャンプ残してたんだ。うまー。空中手外したらワンチャン竜届いてないんですけど、
確かに
空中手を絶対に当てるという意思を
もうリターン。この差し返しからのメテオがちらつくがうまく上がった空間へ。
どっちが撃墜。おー投げ
どこでダッシュつか
うますぎ。阻止決めきった。
The final game. The only way this could end. The room was split down the middle. Every Hadouken cheered. Every egg throw screamed at. By the end of Game 5, the tension was so heavy you could hear the players' buttons more than the crowd. As the curtain begins to close, Ryu or Yoshi, only one can advance to losers final.
ほら見たー。何食らってもいいもんな。
もうね今無敵ですからね。
高いよ。ダウンした。今倒れてたらやばかったぞ。
やばかったねあれ。
逆に高すぎてかけんない。
いろんなタクで撃墜できるようになって。
横スマッシュ仕掛けにいった。さあどうなんの。外出す。
ヨッシーが追いついて
上強昇竜変えるかな。どっちだ。
そうってこれどうですか勝利でもう圏内で。
吉村はまだ耐えたい。
ステップから足も龍が伺っている。
壊しいや耐えてる。
いいにあっていったけど吉田我慢する。足も龍が触らせなくなってきている。
そうですね。足もの空中
Asimo has done it. Eliminating Yoshidora, he guarantees himself a top 3 spot at Sumabato 62. Winners Finals. It's time to revisit our whale in this bracket, Raaru and Ken, a man who's redeemed himself worthy of top competition. Although the grind in the second half of this season has yielded a stark turnaround for the former Sonic master, this is Raaru we're talking about. Current rank 12, and you could quote me on this if you'd like. Raaru's easy top 10, if not, slots in nicely to top 5 in the world. 5 wins, and as of now, a variety of second place finishes at the strongest events in the year. Solid consistency, and there's pretty much only 4 players he loses to. I don't need to remind you. Raaru's only lost 1 game thus far this tournament, and try as he might, Ken would not be making a dent in this Luigi's armor. For crying out loud, against a Sonic, a character infamous for dragging sets out to the bitter end, Raaru closed game 2 in 1 minute and 7 seconds. That's not just fast, that's unheard of. It was Luigi at his most explosive, and Ken had no answers. Raaru easily advances to Grands, awaiting one final victim before he can claim Sumabato for himself. Losers Finals is a run back. A single mistake cost Asimo, so if he cleans up his play, this should be in the bag. That 3-0 defeat did not deter Ken at all. He's surprisingly locked in. And even if he doesn't stand a chance against Raaru, Ken would happily take a silver place finish.
復帰阻止がうまい。なんかバネで決めしてて割れた。
First blood goes to Ken, but Asimo strikes back swiftly. Like their previous set, it feels all but certain this will go down to the wire.
行きたいですからね、今ソニックはリードってか元に戻したいからね、ストック。
スピン持ち変動が減るということはダッシュに灼熱が刺さるという理屈になるんですかね。
これは足もだったわ。
空中下と空中上か何かが相打ちになりました。スピン空中で
やっぱスピン咎めるタイミングがちょっと変わってるから
なるほどな
龍側はこれ復帰できんの？
ジャンプが乗って
できるんだ。
回避で復帰を通す。本当になんか
それはちょっとか
横スマ怖すぎ。
一回チャレンジ。ソニック側も
うわジャンプを読んでる空中後ろ
撃墜帰ってくるんだ。
昇竜拳で帰るんですね。
お
狙っていったが
どうなの？
ここは帰れた。一回走ってくる。走りに通ったスピン空中前でフェイク刺し。何も差し合い勝てんやみたいなことになりかねないですかね。ガードからこれは
昇竜どっちも行くなこれ。転倒してる。ドラミさん
反応してる。怖すぎるところに。そんなところで
Our final game in a curious stage choice. Ken and Asimo have fought several times on Final Destination, with every game going Ken's way. The massive space chasing Sonic around has proven too much thus far. Has Ken punched his ticket to the final showdown?
足元復帰がまたうますぎるので帰ってきますと。
どうなるんだ。一旦落ち着くのかそれとも加速するのか。
いやケンさんも決めに行ったんだけどな。まだやる。どうしても撃墜が欲しい。どうしても撃墜が欲しい。
横強だけよく
空中まではまだ止まらない。
大丈夫ですね。ここです。
ジャンプしてる。
足膝が降りてきた。波動拳まだケンソニックの精神力はおそらく保っている。
先ほど
この拒否です。
おそらくここ DA は
This time, no mistakes. Asimo closes out the set and ascends to Grand Finals. Congratulations to Ken for reclaiming his top player status. Asimo heads to fight another long-standing rival. For years, Asimo and Raaru has been locked in a tug-of-war, trading blows across Japan's most prestigious brackets. 7-6 lifetime record in Ashimo's favor, but this Raaru is not only looking to settle the score, but to obliterate the Ryu main. Every clash in this saga feels like it could tilt the entire meta. Luigi is well renowned for his explosive combos to say the least. But as Asimo proved this very tournament against the other Mario brother, Ryu is quite adept at dealing with close-range combat. Raaru, for how talented he is no Smash god, and if he can bleed, then he can lose the set. Game 1 goes to Asimo. That's Raaru's second game loss for the entire bracket. Cracks begin to show. The crowd leans forward. Was this the moment Raaru finally broke? At stake is a ticket to port priority, but more importantly for Raaru, legacy. If he fails to win here, the top 5 conversation is over. But the greatest competitors all know. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Raaru locks in.
全然追いついてるし。うまい。
総裁から読み合いが発生する。
つかみ
が通したぞ。
これは
県内だ。県内だ。ケース。
マジで一本も譲らん両者。これはアッパー昇竜。なんか暴れ読みで
なるほど。
したいけどね。影響サイクルで書くのかなわかんないや。
つかみこれはどうだ。
下投げサイクルはかぶりそうだよね。ああほかほかがないんでね。
陸編さえ間違わなければ実用しませんが。
これサイクロン
ありがとう。これはラルイージもきっちり管理できていた。これ上から強すぎる。
これ重ね
見えましたが
竜巻旋風脚はホールドウェイトライターではないので逃げます。
で避ける。
待ってそれ当たったら激怒してるの？
そうだねそうだね本当に掴んで
いやーこれはラル君のペースだ。
じっくりじっくり耐えて細かいところから上に
Raaru easily takes games 2 and 3, while Asimo wore his emotions on his sleeve. Raaru never flinched. No fist bumps, no pop-offs, just remained still. Business as usual. This is supposed to happen. Raaru is supposed to win. Asimo may have gotten too close to the sun, and this Luigi is determined to make Ryu sink. Can Asimo dig deep, or is the writing on the wall?
空前竜巻で避ける
器用やな。
セービングルイージの技の回転率
復帰が
Sometimes you save your best reads for the final moments, and sometimes you just execute your game plan to perfection.
もう92
結本
からの90これ
The joke character, the grab gimmick, the mid-tier. Raaru has erased all of it. When the dust settled, there was no doubt left. Raaru didn't just win Sumabato 62. He ascended from Luigi loyalist to Japan's next king and maybe the world's top 5.